Hi everyone, I'm Zunera. I'm working with Prof. Aarsland in the clinical study.
So hi, I'm Dag Aarsland. I'm an academic PI of PREDICTOM and involved in all activities. That's a project.
I'm Gabby. I'm coordinating PREDICTOM from the UK.
What is the PREDICTOM study about and what impact will it have for primary care and the GPs?
So the aim of PREDICTOM is to identify and validate new diagnostic tests that can be implemented outside the hospitals, in primary care settings or even in people's homes. And we will work together with GPs and identify tests that they can perform in their practices that will help identify those with the highest risk of Alzheimer's disease.
So right now, it's really expensive to get tested. It's also really difficult to get tested for Alzheimer's and dementia more broadly. So by moving things to the clinic or even at home, we're increasing the amount of people who have access to important information about themselves so that they can prepare, their families can be supported as well in their journeys towards potentially being diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
So PREDICTOM includes participants from 7 different centers in 7 different European countries. What are the challenges in conducting such an international study?
Yeah, so we had the sites starting with the UK, Norway, France, Spain, Belgium, Germany, and Switzerland. So it starts with having the core protocol and having the right teams and infrastructure at all of the sites, making sure we have the right translated material with the help of teams and our PPI members, having close communication and collaboration with all the sites is really imperative to get the study rolling and successful in the end.
So how did you ensure ethical approval across all 7 centers and the standardization of protocols across these centers?
So to start with, ethical process involves experts sitting together to ensure the study is ethical, safe. It is meeting the needs of our cohort as well, and we have key resources and everything in place at all the 7 sites to take this research forward. So Doug, how do people move from level 1 to level 2 in the PREDICTOM study?
So level 1 is the home-based testing, and level 2 is testing that happens with the GPs. And we are only a subgroup of participants are moving from the home-based to the GP. And that is based on the identify the risk for having Alzheimer's disease. The rationale for having these various levels is that we really want to test the technologies that can be delivered in people's homes. So that is level 1. And then we also want to see what kind of diagnostic testing can be performed in primary care. So that is level 2, and that is what PREDICTOM is about.
So Gabby, how can participants take part in the PREDICTOM study?
So we've spoken a little bit about level 1 and level 2 already. So participants begin by contacting relevant sites within their own country, and they will pre-screen for level 1. Pre-screening means they complete a selection of questions basically to make sure they have the relevant risk factors for Alzheimer's as per the research protocol that we need here. The participant journey at level 1 looks like participants completing their at-home remote testing. So they do this with their computer. They use finger prick, saliva testing. And so this is collecting important biomarkers that we can then use towards level 2. Level 2 is where a certain group, a smaller percentage of participants move to level 2, almost like a funnel, if you will. And that funnel means that people are moving to do in-clinic testing.
What impact do you hope that this study would have?
Well, we really hope that PREDICTOM can lead to a more accessible, more cost-efficient ways of identifying those people with the highest risk of having Alzheimer's disease.